Who here saw this? Switzerland police threatened to stop enforcing tyranny. That's right. So, of course, Switzerland, like many other countries, has been subject to the inhumane restrictions, right? The non-evidence-based abusive policy that has rendered so many people without work and has destroyed so many people's lives. But here it looks like there is a growing group of Swiss police who are actually saying that they've had enough and they're not wanting to enforce these so-called directions anymore. So let's have a little bit of a read, shall we? Let's have a look. Switzerland police threatened to stop enforcing COVID-19 restrictions. This was published in a few different news outlets. This is ntd.com. If you'd like me to send you the links that I use in the show, head on over to mcjreport.com. Join our free newsletter. I'll send it all out to you so you can read through it more extensively in your own time. All right. It says here, a group of police officers across multiple departments in Switzerland have threatened authorities that they will no longer enforce COVID-19 rules on citizens if they oppose general opinion of the population. All right. In a 4-page letter obtained by local Swiss outlet 20 Minutes, an association representing police officers in the Alpine country warned the Swiss Federation of Police Officers of potential insubordination within the police forces. It says here, if the measures were to oppose the general opinion of the population, restricting their fundamental rights disproportionately, many officers will no longer be willing to apply them, the group said in a letter to the FSFP. Sounds pretty good. Goes on to say here, the news agency reported that the letter was praised among lockdown critics who applauded the association on Telegram social network by writing, "Respect and we support you." Well, absolutely. I mean, this is the job of the police, isn't it? To uphold the rights of the citizens. We all thought the role of the police was first and foremost to serve the community, not to serve the interests of politicians. Is that fair enough? But I think a lot of us were mistaken. Goes on to say, the FSFP stated that the group amounts to a minority within the police federation, right? So they're trying to downplay it here. No surprises there. All right. Adrian Gorgla of the Conference of Cantonal Police Commanders threatened officers with sanctions. That's right. So, as you know, in the police force, should they disobey a direction from their superiors, they could be sanctioned. So, you know, kind of like the police equivalent of getting court-martialed in the military. They have their own internal disciplinary process, their own internal investigations. They may or may not have the right to silence. It all kind of depends on the case. And definitely officers stepping out of line when it comes to disobeying orders from above could really be in for a world of hurt. But you know what? We need people to be brave right now. We need officers to stand true to the commitment they swore when they got involved in policing, because unfortunately it's so often it's going the other way, isn't it? We're seeing police trampling over the rights of citizens all over the world, not just here in Australia. All right, so just to expand on it a little bit, the group said also, if the measures were to conflict with the general opinion of the population, disproportionately limiting their fundamental rights, many police officers would no longer be willing to apply them. All right, so there you go. So we hope that they stand up and do the right thing. I've got a small clip here from Switzerland. This is from a rally that was held a little bit earlier this year. It just goes for about a minute or two, so I'll play it for you now.
Bei jedem von uns mit dem Anlass und per Post schicken. Die andere Adresse steht drauf. Trier, Aargau, Luzern, Innerschweizer-Buche, Oberaargauer Woche, Seelitz, Klasterwoche, West und Ost. Aachen-Woche, Basel.
Aber der 6. Platz ist eingelaufen.